The first time I heard Juanes, because I heard many people who were trying to do what you actually do, which is make rock in Espanol and to follow, you know, what I said to you earlier today. To me, you're in the tradition of John Lennon and Bruce Springsteen. You can sing love songs. You can sing about anything you want to sing about, but what comes across is this commitment you're talking about, the spiritual thing. Mm-hmm. And it was like getting hit by a wave, you know. And you could swim, it was a friendly wave. But you know, and that's what I'm thinking people have heard in you always. Mm-hmm. Is your passion for doing the music right from your heart's perspective?
Definitely, yes. You know, for me, music is it's my religion, actually. You know, it's my way to connect with God. You know, depending on how I interpret that word, mm-hmm. but for me, it's something that comes from a magic side. You know, because I'm getting 40 years old this year, and I still don't understand. Or I don't know how I do music. It just comes from somewhere, you know. So there is a connection. There is energy always around, and that's what I do. So for me, it's like a gift from God. You know, for me, it's something very deep and very, very spiritual. The fact that you can sing and play the guitar and put some chords and notes together and just make songs that connect with people somehow.
Were there any people around you as you were growing up who were professional musicians or singers?
No, never. My father used to sing as a hobby. You know, he was all the time singing tango music because he just loved that music. And then my old brother, he used to sing boleros, y rancheras, y trova cubana, y all this kind of music. So my first approach to music was through folk music. You know, I was at home, and the only music I heard was Los Visconti, Los Chalchaleros, Los Panchos, Lucho Gatica, Silvio Rodriguez, all this music from all different countries. You know, I discovered rock music when I was like 13. You know, so I never before.
That's about when the hormones demand it.
Yeah, there was a couple of like Beatles records at home, and then I started to listen to these records because of my family. But when I used to go to guitar lessons, and I used to spend like weeks, you know, trying to learn songs by ear, you know. So I never had the opportunity to go to university and start music like as a real career.
What was it in the rock music that, were there specific things that musically that you wanted to be able to do that the rock people did and folk people didn't?
Well, I just found some extraordinary energy, you know, and so power in rock that I was missing. I spent all my childhood and just listening to this kind of music, and I just loved it, and it was like one side of my soul. But then when I just discovered music, rock music, it was crazy because I just went to the other side, like, fuck, I just went to metal music. So I discovered, you know, bands like Metallica, Slayer,
Boy, you dove in at the deep end,
Black
didn't
Sabbath. You know, I was like really deep in metal music, and I just get crazy, man. I remember the first time that I was in the garage of my house, and my father's car. He used to have an old Toyota, and I had this a cassette, the Raining Blood cassette, the Slayer cassette. I just put it there, and you know, I was like, I was like, I couldn't believe it. What is this? I mean, I just get crazy, and then with Kill 'Em All, Metallica album.
Well, to do that music, you need a band.
Yeah.
So when did you get a band?
Just around like 15 years old when I was. I started to go out and to meet some other musicians, and I met a guy called Andres Garcia. So my guitar was, I bought a guitar, second-hand guitar, and it was broke. So somebody introduced me with him because he was gonna fix my guitar. And then when he came to my house, he fixed it, and he started to play guitar with the pick. He was playing, hey man, how do you use that? What's the name of that? I didn't even know it was. And then he started to teach me some tricks. And then I asked him, hey man, why don't we play together? Let's do something. And then we started this band called Equimosis. We used to use, you know, like distortion pedals made by him. So it was like Sxsw. And then we used to plug our guitars in the stereo system at home, you know, and we started to just to write songs, like 10 minutes long, with a lot of riffs and all kind of, you know, things. And when I started with this band, we just started with 3 guys with a lot of dreams, and we were living in a very difficult moment in our city at that time. It was back in the 80s. Medellin was like extremely difficult, and so we just found through music the way to escape to that reality, and at the same time to express our fears and our hopes and our angry, you know, through this kind of music. So we were so happy at that time. We started to record some songs. We went to the studio with our own money, and we pay for that, and we sell our own albums to our friends, and we start to pay to perform, you know. It wasn't, I mean, we used to go to, we were in Medellin, and we start to play just locally, and then we start to move to another cities one by one, and when we went to Bogota, we said, wow, man, we made it. We went to the capital. This is good, and we start to meet another bands, and there was, we start to just grow up very natural. And I guess when I look back, we made a lot of mistakes, but we learned a lot, and that's good, you know, because you always learn through pain and through mistakes, and I guess today I just feel more clear about what I want to do in music and what's the way I want to take from now on.
Dame la fuerza y voluntad, dame la señal que necesito ahora para calmar esta pasión que ahoga y quiere salir. La luna llena me recuerda que vale la pena luchar por ti, que vale la pena, que vale la voz del amor habla en mi corazón. Con Dios y con vos hay una señal en esta canción. Dame la fuerza que necesito, libertad. Dame las ganas de volar, una mirada que vale mi felicidad. Dame las ganas de soñar, es un largo camino, es el amor la señal. Contigo todo es esperanza, contigo solo quiero vivir.